Wild and wonderful monster. That's nice. And you're ready to flow. And it's so easy. And it's so easy. And you're ready to flow. Wild and
Trying to catch a butterfly.
wild and wonderful monster.
Stop. Playing games. When I'm running. Strangers' names. Stop. Playing games. When I'm running. Strangers' names. Stop. Playing games. Running strangers' names. Stop playing games. Run exchanging names. Stop playing games. When I'm run exchanging names. That is there looking shot when you know I'm the reason why. You got that going at the gun. Got the meaning that I know I'm looking at.
just like Medusa. The sharpshooter blending in, it's like a dark cougar or Black Panther. Hip hop and rap's answer. What's good for the goose, that's good for the gander.
Jackie. Oh, are we live? Oh, no.
Welcome! Happy Sunday to all you awesome players out there. Welcome again to another episode of Gaming Trouble. I'm, of course, your host, Taurence Hudson, aka Hud Zero, the old school player, the Ironheart of Xbox. And, man, we got an awesome show for you. We are going to celebrate the 35th anniversary of the most awesome gaming console in the world. The Super Nintendo Entertainment System, the 16-bit era, Mode 7, and all the good stuff. Yeah, let me tell you something. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. And, of course, I want to introduce my awesome panel. First off, we're going to talk about the most awesome, best-shaved beard in the business, the one who is all about those ARPGs and JRPGs. Not all of that, he loves those stealth games and strategy games as well. Not only that, he is my Samoan brother from another mother. He is the one and only Tony San Miguel.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? I'm glad we're starting off the week together. We're going to have some fun tonight. We're talking about Super Nintendo. I got my cape and my Yoshi parked outside. Let's get ready to boogie.
Indeed. And then, of course, we have the most awesome cosplayer in the business. He has won some cosplay contests in his past. Not only that, he actually just came from an anime con, right? The Anime Expo. Yeah, absolutely. You know, with his awesomeness and everything, he's dressed up as Mr. Karate. Absolutely. And of course, he's also about the gaming knowledge. He also is all about those achievements and trophies. Building them up and everything. He's not enough room in his closet. He's the one and only Johnny Alicea.
What's going on, players? This is going to be a fun episode. I've been waiting for this ever since when I looked at the date, and just want to make some corrections, though. There was I don't know where people were getting this, though, but I found out. People were saying that the Super NES came out on August 13th, 1991. And the reason why people are getting that mixed up, because GameFAQs, if you go on GameFAQs, and you look at their gaming history, they said that the Super NES came out on August 13th, 1991. I said, no way. So I had to do some fact check, and that's not the case. It came out on this day, the 23rd. Don't listen to any of these people saying that, it came out on this day. It came out on this day 35 years ago, and that was my second console. So this day, not the 13th, it was this day on the 23rd of August. So I can't wait to talk about this system. This is, like I said before, this was my second console. So this system was very special to me, and plus it was a good time, and it was crazy times, especially, and it started off the whole 16-bit war with the Genesis. So we're gonna get into that, and I can't wait till we talk about our favorite games on the SNES. That's like they like to call it in the UK, the SNES.
The SNES.
Absolute seams.
The SNES.
In the UK, absolute seams.
Yes.
Exactly. So yeah.
Yes, and I can confirm from Johnny, of course, because if you go onto the Nintendo Switch, they do have the timeline of all of the consoles, and it will show you exactly what date, and it is exactly August 23rd, 1991. So no problem.
All this over a typo.
So
a GameFAQs typo caused all of that.
Yeah.
You know what? GameFAQs.
You got to get your stuff together, man.
What is that saying? What's that saying? Don't believe everything that you read on the internet.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, especially even Wikipedia, considering that it's moderated by just actual people.
That's true. They can change whatever. They can change one word,
Yeah.
and
Whatever the hell they
it'll
want.
change the whole entire.
Exactly. So don't always get your information off the internet. It's not always right, unless it's Facebook, because apparently, as my grandmother thinks, it is always correct.
Listen, your experience and your gut tells you the truth every time.
Yeah, this is why when you do your research, always double check. Don't just go by one source. make sure you go to other sources to make sure of it.
Yep. Just like your doctor and everything, always get a second opinion.
That is correct.
Yes. So, and of course, the fourth horseman of this awesome, four horsemen of the apocalypse of gaming. He is all about those cars. He will actually build up the car and everything to race into the future. He is also into building those awesome computers, and he will build the computer that will take over the world. He is the one and only Josh. Let's go.
Well, I will say, I want to say something real quick. If Paul Walker would have had his laptop built by me, his manifold wouldn't have went out on his car that caused, all the problems he had in the race. So,
wow, okay.
He would have been with us today.
I would agree. 100%. Dude.
So, it's all in who you know. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? That's very interesting because I was wondering, what kind of vehicle was he driving again? He was driving I
think it was a Lambo, dude.
It's a Lambo, right?
No, that was a Mitsubishi Eclipse.
Wow.
Wow. It was a 99, 97 Mitsubishi Eclipse. One of those two.
Yeah, because I saw the wreckage, man. I can imagine how fast he actually was going, bro.
Dude, I couldn't tell it was a car.
Oh wait, what he died in?
Yeah, the one he died in.
Oh,
yeah.
He died in a what was that? A Porsche 718 Spider, or maybe it was a 911.
Oh yeah, that's the
GT3. I can't remember if it was a 911 or the 718, but either way, a brutally fast car that took out an absolute legend, all from a simple mistake.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gone too soon.
Rest in peace, Paul Walker. Rest in peace.
But I have been playing. Speaking of some racing games, I myself, like Johnny, ever since this come across WhatsApp, that we were going to do an SNES show, I had to rock out some SNES games this weekend. So punched out some Donkey Kong, but also had to bust out some Top Gear 2 and Rock and Roll Racing.
Oh yeah! Now we're talking.
Hey.
Now we're talking.
Oh, that's awesome.
Listen, Rock and Roll Racing. I still to this very day. I remember the first time I actually popped that game in, and it was with over at my friend's house, and we were like, because there's no lyrics obviously, but we were just singing out every single song. Bad to the Bone, Big Born to Be Wild. Dude. Come on, man.
I swear to God, when it comes to Rock and Roll Racing and Top Gear, it was one of those moments of like, okay, I'm just going to get on here 20, 30 minutes. I got 20, 30 minutes to kill. I'm going to get on here. I'm going to play. 2 hours later, I'm still playing because I'm addicted and hooked and nothing else got done. So I was lucky enough to get the yard mode and we needed this weekend, but that's about all I have done.
Dude, you know what? You know what's funny? I mean, I was trying to get some footage for this show. I was playing Super Mario World, from the very beginning. Just for shits and giggles. And dude, listen, I was still hooked. I was playing it and everything. I was like, I almost forgot I was actually trying to get footage. I was like just playing just to play. That's how hooked you get. I'm like, damn, like, oh my God, I mean, even my wife was like sitting right there, right next to me, and she was as I was playing, she was laughing along with me and stuff like that. She was like, "What did you do?" I was like, "Oh my God, well, I forgot." But
I will definitely say the Super Nintendo. Look, you can play PlayStation, you can play Genesis, you can play. They're all good systems. They're all old school systems. They're all good systems. They're all fun. Got a giant catalog. But for some damn reason, if you start playing Super Nintendo, and if you just thought, I'm going to get on here for 30 minutes, I'm going to jam out, I'm going to have a good session, and I'm going to get off and get back to doing what I'm doing. Your day's ruined, by the way. You're going to be on there the rest of the afternoon. Like,
Absolutely.
It's the only system that I know that, like, will screw up any plans you had because you're hooked.
This is why you need to have a free day to yourself. I mean, if you're going to play the Super NES, make sure your schedule is free for the whole day.
Yes, that's why time is so precious, man.
Because the thing is, the problem with me is that when I have because I have the SNES Mini, and I have that sucker hack. So I got a bunch of games in there. So I could be saying, okay, I'm just gonna play this one game, and then after I'm done playing that one game, say, now I'm gonna go play another game.
Yep.
Yeah, and I love it. The library on the SNES is so chef's kiss when it comes to being curated.
Yeah.
Yes.
You never get bored. You will never get bored. There's always going to be a game there that you're going to like, no matter what.
Goemon's on there too.
Oh yeah.
You ever play the SNES Goemon?
Yes, Goemon, yes, absolutely. It was what it was called, the Legend of what was it called, the Legend of
Mystical Ninja.
Mystical Ninja, yeah.
Those games are hilarious. Goemon's hilarious.
Love that game. We talked about that game too, as well, though.
Oh, that's right, we did. We were talking about that. It was also, they had the Nintendo 64 version also, which was actually like a 3D version of.
Yeah, it was a 3D version. It was a little different, but yeah. You know, that's when everything was good, was translated to 3D. You know, not just that game, that Konami Classic, but also the 2 Castlevania games too, went in 3D though.
Yeah.
So
I had the first. I liked it. Did you like it?
The controls were a little bit iffy. They were doing a little. You know, I just didn't get to finish them, but I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting on Nintendo to bring both Castlevania and Castlevania Legacy of Darkness to come on the Nintendo Online, because you know you can play on 64 games on the Switch, but Konami, they still haven't given Nintendo the rights to release those games. Like, come on, release those games. I want to play them. I gotta beat them.
Yeah.
You know, every single Castlevania game that's out there, but those are the 2 games I have not beat, because I didn't have an N64 at the time. You know, I went to my friend's house. My brother had it for a little bit, but I just didn't get those games. So, and I just didn't fully get to play them, but I do want to fully play those games, you know?
Yeah, man. So, you know, but there's certain games right now that are stuck inside this, I don't know, licensed jail. Like every single game that's either licensed or a certain IP is locked under some kind of weird stipulations or something like that, and you know they have to renegotiate, you know, for a newer console. I mean, I don't know why they have to do that, because I'm still kind of baffled. You know that there's so many games in the library, so many games that are like locked up. Yeah, there it is. What game is that? Let me see. Can't. It's blurry.
Stupid blur.
It's blurry.
It's low.
I can't see it.
Oh, there it is, Castlevania. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Please.
Cool. All right.
That's our section for the vault. There you go.
Yes, sir. That's my first vault submission.
There you go. See,
My God.
should have told me.
Yeah, finally, right?
Boom. There it is.
This is a landmark day.
We always had the vault. There you go.
I keep forgetting. Dude, when I'm pressured, I'm like, oh shit, and I forget. That's why.
It's all good.
I got a lot of shit I can show, and I just forget, man, because I get pressured. I'm like, uh-oh.
It's fun.
Well, you know what? Hey, listen, it's one for the vault. You know, that right there is an awesome precious game for the Nintendo 64. You know, so that's cool as hell. Super Nintendo, you know.
It's Super's night, not 64's night.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, we'll get to an N64 anniversary soon.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's coming up. That's coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, and then we can talk about how atrocious the controller is. But tonight, we're going to focus on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, focus on the Super NES.
That controller is like a drone controller.
It is.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
my brother had one of those. He had the N64. I hated that thing beyond belief.
Yeah,
All right, listen. I'm sorry.
It was a bad controller, a very bad controller.
It was an eccentric controller. I can't consider it a bad controller. It's an eccentric.
Dude, they called it ergonomic. How was that ergonomic?
Okay. Look,
Yeah, it was as ergonomic.
I remember that, right, guys?
Okay. Look.
Ergonomic. It's a new ergonomic
When
design.
when you're in the zone playing GoldenEye, that controller it blurs the line. You actually get it. You're into it, man. You are
Because it feels like you're shooting the gun.
Seriously.
Because of the trigger.
Yeah. Come on, man. You know, and all those odd job players and everything, I have your number.
Oh, you cheap bastards.
Oh yeah, I have your number.
You odd job
I
players are
got
so
I got
cheap.
remote mines. I got remote mines and rocket launchers for days. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. Yeah. I'm talking
He
to
is
you
so
guys.
cheap.
You know?
Small
I
hit
feel like
box.
he was about to
Odd
say,
job.
"I'm Johnny Knoxville, and welcome to Jackass."
Yeah, those odd job players. Oh my god, man. You know you guys are cheap. Anyway,
Dude, when you
You guys are
mentioned,
cheaters.
you know, before we get into the Super NES, though, I mean, since you mentioned Johnny Knoxville, have you guys ever seen that episode of? I think I showed Tony this though. I think Tony remembered this. That episode Blind Date with Steve-O. Oh my God.
Yes.
Is that the one where you
Yes.
snorted the salt?
He saw that and the chick was disgusted.
He
And
did.
not,
He did.
Oh,
what's wrong with you? What is wrong,
no, they
dude?
did so much
He
stupid
was on every
shit.
drug on the planet. That's what was wrong with him.
Yo,
yeah, exactly.
the kind of stuff that they actually do on that anything, any Jackass, every single one. I'm like, what? You must be on something. You have to be on something.
They were,
Because
dude. They were
nobody
very open about that.
nobody in the right consciousness will actually do that. I don't care if it's for entertainment purposes. I don't care.
Mhm.
Dude, Steve-O, let me tell you something. Even though the chick was pretty hot that Steve-O went out with on Blind Date, he wasn't there for a day. He was just trying to record something that he could use for Jackass.
Oh,
He was the
100%.
OG content creator.
100%.
True
Yeah.
that. True that. True that.
But speaking of Super Nintendo,
Yes.
Yes.
Ah.
you're looking for an awesome collector's gift or to add to your own collection, the
Not me.
Bitmap book series for the
Not
Super
me.
Nintendo, the SNES Compendium. Dude,
Wow.
it is so freaking good, and it is so cool. And I'm gonna have to buy the NES now. The only thing that sucked is I had it pre-ordered. They were bringing out a Sega Genesis version, and they canceled it or had to cancel it because Sega would not let them push the book out.
Oh.
Oh, come on. What? Sega. Sega. Hello. Hey. Come on.
Trouble.
Hey. He's like, hey. You.
Yeah.
You know?
And here's the deal: the book is finished. They announced it, and they're like, "Hey guys, sorry, we can't release this just for the fact of that Sega sent us a cease and desist." So they released the Sega Master System book, but so it's got a compendium, but the Sega Genesis does not have it. They did talk about maybe eventually releasing it for free, like the PDF version, but yeah, the book itself never gonna happen.
Okay. You know what?
It's a book.
Yeah, it's a book, and it's history. Don't you want your gaming history to become infamous?
Yes,
I mean, seriously.
it already is
a
infamous.
collector's item for anyone who's a big fan of your consoles, of the things that you grew up with. Hey, can you imagine?
If you're the kid who read strategy guides and instruction booklets on a school bus, that book's for you.
Oh,
Yes.
100%. You will look.
Dude.
I open this book every time. Like I'll go months. I went 6 months without touching it, and then here recently I open it up, and then you just get addicted to it.
Can't put it down.
No, you go every single page by page. You're reading every. I mean, it is so cool. It's history. I mean, it's history.
That's ridiculous. I mean, I feel like that's a travesty that they would actually do something like, just refuse to do something like that. Maybe there's some kind of stipulation, or maybe they had needed to spend some money, or.
And I don't know how well this is going to come across. Let's see here if I can get the glare off of it. But you can kind of see the Cybernator.
That sucks.
Yeah, oh, look at that! Cybernet, dude. I played that during to retro Mondays. Remember I was playing that Cybernator? Yeah.
Oh
man.
yeah.
Dude.
That's right.
Let me tell you something. That game is, it's not hard. It's not hard by any means, but it does have a steep learning curve though. And there's certain parts of the game and the thing you get frustrated at. You're like, wait a minute, hold on, what? How come? No, that and it kicks your ass.
But
once you get to a
Makes you
certain
very
point,
angry.
like for instance, the first 4 stages are like a breeze, and then they ramp it up to like 11. Past the 4th stage, you're like, whoa, hold on, wait, I'm not ready for this. You know, Axelay is like that. What other game? There's a game called Phalanx, another fantastic game that came out for the Super NES.
yes, that game is awesome.
Yo, that game is hard, dude. Phalanx, oh my lord.
Was that the one where they did advertisements with like the old hillbilly sitting on the porch
Yes!
or whatever?
You
And, like
remember?
everybody's like,
Yeah, you
what the
remember,
hell
yeah.
does this have to do with the game?
Yeah, I know. Oh, the advertisements, yo.
Remember the angry video game nerd? He did like a what was it, like a video like bad video game covers, and that made it on his list.
Oh yeah, Phalanx made it on the list.
Yeah, it was on one of his lists.
All right, he's the one I remember. You know what makes me feel old? When I see how old Angry Video Game Nerd is.
Oh yeah, he's getting.
I remember him from the OG internet.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like
When he
MySpace
first
internet.
got
Back
started. When he
before
first got
everything was
started.
widescreen.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was no HD video. There was none of that stuff. You know.
Shit, there wasn't
The
720p
background
video.
was all his NES and NES games and all that stuff in the background. And
Just him losing
the
his
soundtrack
shit.
and the soundtrack, the Angry Video Game Nerd. You know, some guy.
Yeah.
Dude.
And one of his first titles was Simon's Quest and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Those are his first games he reviewed.
But he has to be living off of it. He has to be living off this stuff by now, dude.
Oh, he is.
What's
Oh,
it
he
been,
is.
like 20 years? He's been
Yeah,
on
they
this shit
got
for like 20 years,
that
dude.
Cinemassacre channel, and it's blown up into its own business.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him, man.
Yeah.
And he's
He was one of the early ones that turned it into a profession.
That,
Yeah.
it was
Totally.
He
He
just
wouldn't
did
be here if he wasn't here, dude.
he did a video on Bubble Bobble recently.
Yeah.
I think I saw it. He looked like he was very angry with it. Yeah.
Bubble Bobble is the 100 stages of pure unadulterated
Punishment.
It's
It's punishment.
Yeah, it is
Oh,
punishment.
100%.
You know,
Bubble punishment.
Because some of those stages, you're like, wait a minute, how the hell am I supposed to get these things?
Yeah.
You know, and then you're like, okay, then you finally figure out. Then all of a sudden you see, hurry up, whoop, 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 whoop. You're like, okay, nah, man.
Game time will stress you out, man.
Yeah, it does. Yo, blood pressure will go up to freaking who knows what. By the time, then all of a sudden you see that little ghost that keeps on chasing you, and you're like, dang it! And you're going out, and you're trying to get that last enemy on the screen, and he's like in the corner somewhere, and you're like trying to get that. Yo, seriously, I can't, man. But the bosses are pretty cool, and I think, and also the power ups, and also the hidden stages, and all that. Man, I love it. I love everything about that game. That game was like, what's it called? Score. I would call it Score Mania. You know, because basically it's all about the score. It's all about it. Everything. So, but anyways,
Damn right.
yeah. So, Super NES. Let's go into like some of the favorites. You know, because there are some, like when the Super Nintendo first came out, the first games that I played, everybody played Super Mario World. Forget it. That's like the first game, right?
Like in the package or something.
Yeah, well, yeah. But here's the thing. Some stores, there's no timer. They didn't have timers or anything like that stuff. They had it set up, and people are sitting right there, gathering around the screens, playing these games all day. Like I see like a group of kids and everything picking up the controller, playing the games and stuff like that. I'm like, hey, when's my turn? And so,
That was my Babbage's, dude.
It was crazy. Woolworths.
That was my Babbage's.
Yeah, Woolworths, which is when I was living in White Plains.
It was a Ross.
Yeah, yes.
Yo, Toys R Us, they never had a timer. On the N64,
never.
I played Mario Kart there all day.
I think the KB Toy ones had a timer.
Yeah, I think it was KB Toys. They didn't want anybody hanging
Timers
around.
suck.
Yeah. Get away here! Get out of here, you kids! You're hanging around here too long. Buy a toy. Yeah, I'm serious.
You old bastard.
But I'm serious, man. Just playing those games all day, and then they changed the cart to F-Zero.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I do like me some F-Zero.
Now, here's okay. This is when I geeked out. Okay.
The game's hard, dude. For me,
Oh, it's brutal.
F-Zero was awesome. F-Zero was still awesome, though. It's still gonna be the hardest racer, so regardless.
Oh, it is. It is.
Oh, yeah.
You still gotta have a good time with it, regardless.
But it will bring out the man in you. Like you.
Yo, okay.
It even looks cool.
I'm sorry to say this, but on the harder levels, yeah, some of these drivers are dicks. It's gonna be real. I'm gonna be 100% real because, man, they don't let you pass for nothing. If you're not in front,
you're cheating.
If you're not in front and you're trying to pass they will butt you into the freaking sides.
They might as well say welcome to NASCAR.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna drive it to the wall. I'm gonna drive you into the wall. You know, I mean, look, man, you going over there and everything. You're like you're trying to pass him, and then all of a sudden, boom, and all you need is one hit, and you bounce back and forth and everything against the walls and stuff like that between the. And even worse, some of the cars that the call them drone cars. They're all about to explode. And they're in the way. God forbid if you actually hit one of those bad boys. They explode, you get knocked to the side, you start bouncing back and forth and everything against there. You look at your energy meter and everything is down to almost critical. You're like, ah! And you're like, damn, I can't get any more hits. And you're going, and this is actually not on standard. This is not on standard mode. We're talking about the harder modes, but it's even standard mode is actually a pain in the ass. Once you go,
it's doable, but if you're playing the hardest difficulty, that's when it janks up.
Man, especially the ones where they have the gaps and you have to jump and you have to hit those arrows and stuff like that to get back.
Yeah.
I mean. And the speed in the game is ridiculous for a Super NES game. That's like one of the most well-designed racing games that I've ever played. You know, that's when they cranked up the Mode 7 to like 11. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was one of the showcases for Mode 7.
Yeah, it was well designed, well optimized. The music was fantastic. Come on, Big Blue. And I'm saying to myself, I think the one stage that I hate was Deathwind. Deathwind I hate. Why? Everybody remembers. Deathwind, wind actually pushes you to the left or the right, depending on what part of the track you're in. If you're on the straightaway, it won't let you go straight. It will actually literally start shifting you to the left or shifting you to the right. Yo.
You gotta push through.
And that was a very interesting design choice. And come on, that's crazy. I love that. And I'm like, okay, that's the reason why they call it Deathwind. Okay, I get it. But it's awesome. I love that shit. So listen, F-Zero. They need to make a new F-Zero. Sorry, I'm sorry I had to put it out there. But man. F-Zero is one of my jams, man.
F-Zero does need a return.
It needs a return. Listen, they have Game Boy Advance. They got Game Boy versions, Game Boy Advance versions.
Yeah. It was on the GameCube. Did you play the GameCube one, F-Zero GX?
Oh heck
yeah! The one built by Sega.
That's the definitive version. That game was amazing.
Yeah.
Based off the arcade version, the arcade actually had version also, I think Sega teamed up with him on that game.
They built the game.
Series 2 that was on Fox too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was very popular. Very popular.
Man. So.
All right. F-Zero, and then the other games they had, there was Pilotwings, SimCity, You know.
Like SimCity.
Oh, dude, and then the Sim City, it had some special things just on Nintendo, didn't it? That would pop up.
Those damn tornadoes.
Yes! Holy cow!
Those damn tornadoes.
Yep.
Why are there tornadoes in my city?
The natural disasters, the ones that actually kind of ruin your town.
It pissed me off so much. I'm like, this is a city. Why is there a tornado going down the main street?
And then you see the morale go down and people moving out and you see population going down. You're like, damn it! Break out the happy stacks!
They replaced
and then random fires, just people starting fires.
They replaced the Godzilla with Bowser in it. So when you had Godzilla coming through destroying it, it was Bowser instead. And then the big statue, they replaced it with Mario. And so there was a couple little throws in there for Nintendo on that game.
I like their addition.
The SimCity I enjoyed playing was on the computer. SimCity 2000. It's like you create your own city. You can put any disasters you want in that game. That was hilarious.
That's a good one, dude.
SimCity 2000 is definitely the best.
Yeah,
it's the definitive one, probably.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well, you know what? I mean, I know everybody likes like the city games, but me, Populous was my jam. I love Populous.
I like that too. I played that on the Genesis.
Populous was like one of those like supernatural types in the thing where you actually can build or destroy. You can actually destroy the create the level of the ground and thing, rise it up and everything, or bring it down.
Dick move, but
create floods. You create floods. You can do all that stuff in the thing. Firestorms and all. Dude, I was sadistic. I was sadistic when it came to it. I mean, it's like, listen, he's like playing God, pretty much. That's what Populous was all about, and it was awesome. And it was awesome. Super Nintendo.
To be fair, there was a lot of good strategy games on Nintendo.
Yes.
On the SNES, there was one stupid game my parents bought me for my birthday one year. King Arthur's World. It was like Lemmings with like soldiers, and King Arthur, like you danced and they moved across the screen and you had to create actions as they went across, or otherwise you'd fail, and kind of like Lemmings.
Like the Lemmings? I have the Lemmings.
But I remember that game. I played it recently, and it does not hold up. But back in the day,
Lemmings? Really? You don't like Lemmings?
Well, no, not Lemmings. I'm talking about King Arthur's World.
Oh, King Arthur. Okay.
Arthur's World, yeah.
Yeah. It was okay, but yeah, it was definitely interesting.
Damn it, Arthur.
Damn it, Arthur.
Damn it, Arthur.
Damn it, Arthur. What are you doing?
It's always like getting hit and his clothes fall off and stuff. Oh, wait, that's the wrong Arthur.
Shut up, Beavis.
Hey, there was a Beavis and Butthead SNES game.
Yes, there was.
That is true. That is true.
Of course, and I'm fully aware of it.
Yeah.
Because of course.
When did that game come out? That came out what?
Not so much later though.
Much later. Yeah, it's like towards the end of the life of Super Nintendo. I think it was.
Modern Life game. I don't know if you guys play that.
What was it?
Rocco's Modern Life.
Oh yeah.
No, I wanted to.
Yeah. Nickelodeon games. Listen, Acclaim.
Nickelodeon games are pretty good, dude.
Acclaim actually had a lot of licenses.
Yeah.
Good one.
They had a lot of them. Nickelodeon games, everything.
No, I need to correct you.
Real Monsters
games. It was Viacom. Viacom.
Oh, Viacom. Okay, Viacom. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
THQ were the ones that did the Nicktoon games, though.
Okay.
The monster that's holding up his eyeballs.
Yeah.
A real monster. What was his name?
Which is cool.
Oh my God! I just watched this the other day with my kids, and I can't remember.
Which one was
Dude, you showed your kids Real Monsters? Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude, my kids know what the Jetsons, the Flintstones, the original Looney Tunes, the original Scooby Doo's. Yeah, my oldest son, he's watched. Did y'all ever watch Centurions?
Centurions, yeah, of course.
I heard the toys, yeah.
Love those games.
Got him hooked into that. G.I. Joe, the animated series, all that stuff. Yeah, he's on a Transformers cartoon kick right now.
Nice.
Oh, speaking of Transformers, cross your fingers because hopefully they're going to finally make Transformer games backwards compatible and everything. I know we're so close.
Ooh.
We're so close.
Yeah.
You know, so far we only have the Transformers game from what was it?
The best Transformers game is Devastation.
Devastation. That's the only one. So far.
Yeah, I still got a physical copy of that.
So
You can't even buy
Very
the
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. But anyways, back to the Super NES though. I remember that there was one game though that really disappointed me. It was one of my first games that I got. It was WWF Super WrestleMania. And the problem with I'm gonna tell you the problem with that game. I mean, the graphics and everything looked nice. There was two things that they missed. They didn't have the signature moves, and they didn't have the tournament one where you win the WWF title. I'm like, how could you not have that? But then the Genesis version came out a couple months later, and they put all that in there. You know?
I think they might have rushed that game.
Was that the Acclaim one?
They did rush it.
Yeah, they rushed that game. They rushed that game out.
Yeah, but other than that, though, I mean, one of my very first Super NES games was Super Castlevania 4. My God, the sound and music in that game was phenomenal, and the background, oof, and the fact that you can swing your whip around, you get and then you can like swing, you can swing around from ledge to ledge, you know, and oh man, the game took me back. It was like playing a new generation of like a brand new like new graphics, like a new dimensional Castlevania. It was phenomenal.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Konami was on fire during the SNES.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, Castlevania, Contra 4.
Three.
Oh yeah, Contra 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Great game.
Mm-hmm. I would say, like, you know, because we played some of the games like recently, Alicea. You know, I thought, you know, Cybernator.
Yeah.
We had Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Don't forget about that. I mean, come on,
Classic.
man. That game was woo. I love that game. Hard as hell, though. Oh my gosh, man.
The longer levels, man. Those levels were long.
Woo. Trying to keep your neighbors alive, man. That's hard, bro. That is hard. You know. I mean, I can go on and on. There was what do you call it? Slime World? I think it was Slime World or something like that. I forgot what it's called.
Some of the names of these games, dude. Even
Man.
the names are fun.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah. You and Squadron. Let's talk about some shooters like you and Squadron.
Fun.
Capcom.
Dude, that was so much fun.
Yes.
Love that game.
Yes.
Well,
Awesome shmup.
Like one of my
Shmup 'em up.
It was called Area 88 in Japan. And it was like one of those games. It's one of those games that, you know, really it was like one of those definitive shooters out there. You could be able to have your ship gain more power. You can choose what missiles that you want to use during the mission. And depending on what you're doing, it's wild. I mean, it's really awesome. That's another great shooting game, and Earth Defense Force. Yes. Oh,
I just beat that the other day. Nice.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
dude.
Nice.
You must be thinking about the same stuff, dude, while we're playing.
I think the first shoot 'em up game that I ever got was Super R-Type.
Oh,
Yes. Super R. Now, fun fact.
That was one of the first ones.
Yeah, fun fact. Super R-Type was actually a mixture of R-Type 2 and some other added features. So if you play the game, you'll notice that some of the stages I think seem like similar to some of the arcade stages in there. So yeah, that's what.
That was one of those games that I never got to play the arcade version. So when I got it, I was introduced to it, as a blank slate. But I
Nice.
remember being a young lad and being addicted like crazy to that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
The
fun.
music was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
The
Music
music
was
was
great.
good, and the graphics were good. The slowdown though helps you. Imagine,
Yes, yes, it does.
imagine if it didn't
Boy, did
have
I
any
take advantage
slowdown.
of that.
You know, that will be like a death magnet, no matter of some kind of magnitude. It would be ridiculous. Because there's some parts
I would
of the thing
almost go to say that the slowdown in it helps you as much as the slowdown in Star Fox.
Dude,
yes.
some controllers had slow-mo added to them. People took
Yeah.
advantage of that stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then-
in Star Fox, you didn't have to use slow mode on the controller because it was already in slow
it was
mode.
already in there. It was built in. Exactly.
I think what that game run at like 12 or 15 FPS. Like
Mhm.
today, it would be considered unplayable slideshow.
Unplayable slideshow.
See,
What a description.
so
That's great.
The thing is about the Super Nintendo is that their graphics engine was not built, with speed in mind. They literally
No,
had to
it's
use
pretty.
software. They had to use the software to to program the game to actually run better.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So I would say Konami was like one of the first ones who actually figured it out. Because in Super Castlevania, I think Super Castlevania 4 was one of the first games that actually helped, get the speed up. And then Contra 3. Dude, Contra 3 was like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Dude,
That game will
the
kick your...
parallax scrolling in Contra 3 is ridiculous alone.
Yes!
It looks so cool, dude.
Oh,
So cool.
man.
Yeah. So it's like ever since like you're going up and plus the bigger bosses they had in that game. Oh wow!
Yeah.
I'll never forget that stage though with the big huge exoskeleton like grabbing to a wall and just opening it. And
Oh, yes.
Yep. And then of course those top down sections when you use mode 7 to turn the whole entire screen up, around.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Bro.
Man.
Yeah, that was cool.
that was phenomenal. I tell you what, Konami went all out with this though, especially with playing Super Castlevania 4 was like a huge upgrade to all the Castlevania games you played on the NES and Game Boy. It's like
So
all the
true.
new moves. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you can even moonwalk the stairs.
Ah, that's right.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
I'll never forget one of the bosses that blew me away in Super Castlevania 4 was the Golem though. Like every time you hit it, it got bigger and bigger. Like-
Yes, I remember that. That's crazy. I love that boss.
Golems suck.
Yep. And then when he dies and
don't like
everything,
them.
he goes bigger and bigger and bigger. Then he shrinks down. Oop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But the stages in the game though is like when you look at the backgrounds and like I remember that one stage we just had to keep on running. Then you see like the backgrounds like turning, and it's like you're in a tunnel. When I saw that as a kid, it's like that blew me away. I was like, wow, I never thought I'd see anything like that.
They did some very interesting things with the Mode 7. I mean, the Mode
They
7 games,
They took full advantage of that.
took full advantage.
Sticking with the Konami thing that we've got going, the other game that blew me away as a kid, that I was like, oh my god, it looked like the cartoon, throwing them out at the screen at you. TMNT, Turtles in Time.
Yes!
It was the
so
first
cool.
time that I was in combat
That
with
was so
Donatello,
cool.
and I hit that dude with a bow, and he came flying at me at the TV. I was like, "Oh, this is sick."
Some people
Yeah.
even argue they said it is better than the arcade version.
Yes,
Well,
I'd say so.
Well, here's the thing, though. It depends, though, because the arcade and the SNES version were different. They had different bosses, and they had and the SNES version had more stages
Yes.
because they wanted to make the game a little bit longer. They did that with the arcade game.
Yep. So
Yeah.
So it was only 2-player, obviously, because they couldn't do 4.
They didn't multi-tap 4 players yet though, but
and also it was easier to throw enemies into the screen. Also,
yes,
not randomize it. You can press down to to throw them, slam them, and then up to actually throw them into the screen. So,
yeah, I remember playing that game in the arcade though when I was a kid, and then when I found out that it was coming to the Super Nintendo, I begged for my parents to get me that for Christmas, and they got it, which was awesome.
Nice.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
But here's what's funny though. I'll tell you one glorious story though. It was what was it, Christmas night? Yeah, Christmas '92. So first thing I told my parents, my mom, to get me for Christmas, I want Teenage Mutant Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. And she asked me, okay, but what if we can't find you that game? I said, okay, we'll give you that too. I said, okay, we'll give you the Simpsons Bart's Nightmare, because they wanted to make sure that they had another game in check for a list. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get one game, that's it. But surprise, I end up getting both games.
Nice.
Nice. What a happy surprise.
Okay, that kicks butt, man.
Talk about a happy Christmas.
That's a real happy Christmas.
That was a great one, dude.
Happy Christmas, because I was, like I said, I thought I was only gonna get one of those games. I was expecting to get both.
Yeah, they're playing with you, man. What good is having a kid if you can't mess with him, dude?
No kidding. I absolutely love messing with mine.
I was being good at school as much as I could because I wanted those. I wanted that game though, So yeah, but that was awesome.
And you got him.
Nice.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's cool, man.
So, here's the thing that kind of disappointed. One game that disappointed me when I was a kid though, and this is especially when you play this in the arcades. It was Final Fight. We played that in the arcades, and then we played on Super Nintendo. And then you see there's no 2-player action.
And you're missing somebody.
They're missing a stages, and all they have is Cody and Haggard. And you're saying to yourself, where's Guy at?
Yeah, you know
Incomplete.
what?
Yeah.
But not only that, which I find it very confusing, they omitted they omitted a whole entire stage too.
Which stage did they get rid of?
They got the fire. There was a fire. There was the warehouse. I think it was industrial warehouse.
Oh, the crucible.
The elevator.
The steel plant or whatever.
Steel plant, right?
Yeah, you fight Rolento at the end of the stage.
Yep. So they took Rolento out completely.
I hate Rolento.
Yeah, he was a pain in the ass.
Sit still, you bastard.
Rolento.
He's just phasing all over the stage. I'm like, sit still. Sit still, damn it.
Yeah, he runs all over the place, starts throwing grenades all over the place. He was a pain in the ass.
But they did release Guy later on though in its life cycle. But they omitted Cody.
Yeah.
And then
I wonder if
they
it was a
added
technical
that stage.
mistake.
And then they added that stage, and I'm like, wait, that's not what we meant.
That's not what we meant.
That's not what we meant.
And what's funny, a year or two later, Capcom apologized, and they gave us Final Fight 2, and they gave us Final Fight 3, with 2-player action for both games.
Yeah, that was really dumb.
Well, okay.
Go ahead.
Some could argue that Final Fight 2 was not great. It was good, but it wasn't great.
Hey, how dare you?
Hey, listen, I have to say.
How dare you? It was good.
It was good. I didn't say it was bad. I didn't say the word bad. I didn't say
it wasn't great.
I dare, and I double dare. They actually made major improvements, but they made major improvements in Final Fight 3. In Final Fight 3, they made a lot of major improvements, which is actually what I like. So.
3 was. Yeah. It's long too, dude. The game is long.
Yeah. It is.
You get your money's worth, dude. You're playing like an hour.
And don't forget, there was different routes. There was like different routes you could take. Like there's a section like, do you want to go up the street or do you want to go down? Mm-hmm. That's what I like. And the super moves in that game they have.
There you go. Yep.
Oh man.
That was
awesome. I remember renting that when I was a kid. I never got to own that one, but I did rent it from the store several times.
Shout out to Blockbuster. Shout out to Blockbuster.
No, we
Blockbuster.
didn't have a
Miss
blockbuster. We had a
so
video
much, dude.
vision.
That was half the fun.
Oh, we had a. It's funny you mentioned that. We had a Video Visions too as well here in New York. We rented our games there too.
I miss Blockbuster. Blockbuster. I discovered a lot of amazing Super NES games through Blockbuster. Blockbuster was like my savior, man. You know, I played a game called Clay Fighter.
Clay
Fighters.
Yeah.
That
Game was epic.
I finally got an opportunity to play that game, and then when I found out there was a Blockbuster exclusive, Clay Fighters Tournament Edition, which
Yeah.
they made
Ooh, yeah.
major improvements with the fighting, and the combos and all that stuff, and the announcer actually does more. Dude, that game, woo! Still to this day, I love it. They need to do another 2D version of Clay Fighter.
Dude, Clay Fighter needs a comeback, man.
They do. Yo, I mean, who owns Interplay now? Who owns Interplay and who, you know, I mean...
Who owns Interplay though?
Why do I want to say Ubisoft? I don't know why.
No, it's,
I'm probably
Uh,
wrong. I want to say that. for some
Ember,
reason.
or not Ember, what is it?
Because
Embracer. Embracer.
Oh, God, man. Embracer owns them? They're not going to do nothing
Yeah.
with that IP.
Yeah,
Wow,
I'm gonna check my
Stop sitting on it.
fact on that, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure, because Embracer actually just buys up IPs just for the heck of it. I think they just buy up these. And we have it. Okay.
They buy it up so no one else can have it because they're dicks.
Oh, they are, and it's a damn shame, man.
Okay, so I was wrong. Interplay is actually remains independent.
But
Nice.
they haven't made any
Well,
games.
tell them to get off their ass.
Yeah, come on, man.
So I actually was thinking that I was seeing some of some stuff that was new, but I don't know.
Get off your ass.
Right now,
man.
right now, Antstream actually has Clay Fighter, the vanilla version, available to play right now. The sequels, like Clay Fighter 2 Judgment Clay, is not still to this very day not available on any other console or platform.
So the only thing Interplay is doing right now is they are active in bringing back some of their old titles with oh my god, that Night Dive.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So they brought back Kingpin Reloaded. They've ported over like Descent, MDK, Earthworm Jim to like GOG and stuff.
Oh, of course. Yeah, GOG.
So just doing like little stuff, but they're not doing anything new.
They need to bring back Booger Man. Bring back that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. Booger Man.
So
Gross but freaking awesome. What a
before we get off Clay Fighters, have one question.
Okay.
Did everyone else's mind get blown when you booted it up the first time with the graphics?
Yes.
Yeah.
You look real.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the soundtrack. Come on, that soundtrack was kick-ass
I'll give
too.
it that. Soundtrack was SNES. Some of the one of the worst games I ever played was Waterworld. I rented it for a weekend. That game was atrocious.
Oh, wow.
The soundtrack is probably one of the best soundtracks on the SNES.
Oh, dude, listen. There's so many bad games, but they have good soundtracks though. And I'll tell you one game. This one game was very difficult, but the music, the soundtrack was phenomenal. And I'm talking about Spider-Man and X-Men Arcade's Revenge.
Oh, yes,
That
absolutely.
music is so great, but the damn game is so freaking hard.
LJN needs to murder themselves. Listen,
LJN needed to die during the NES era and not even come into the SNES era.
They just know.
I guess you don't like it.
They just know to make a game as difficult as possible just so they can smile and cackle like the evil people that they are. Because it's like that game is ridiculously, unfairly hard in some of the stages. I mean, come on, man. Yo, storm stages.
Oh, don't get me started with
that's nightmare fuel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't understand why. You know, I'm like, dude, why can't you just make it more easier? So it had to be a swimming freaking stage for Storm? Really? Are you kidding me? You know, and the Wolverine stages, okay, I get it. You know, I mean,
Well, the first Wolverine stage is easy.
Yeah.
The first
Wait, swimming for Storm is weird.
The second one's a pain in the ass because you have to make sure you hit all those pounds and weights on Juggernaut, and if you miss one of them when you get to the end of the stage, you're done.
You're done. Yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
That was hard.
you also can't forget LJN's lovely title of Maximum Carnage.
Well, dude, that was a great game.
Okay,
That-
of course.
Yeah.
But because it's funny because LJN did the one for what was it called for the SNES, but then our Claim was the one that helped us do the Genesis version. So
Yeah.
our Claim started buying the rights, and they even did Spider-Man Venom Separation Insanity. You know,
Yep.
and
Yep.
our Claim was part of that because LJN was no
Yeah.
more at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
That
I seriously think that Maximum Carnage was probably the best title that LJN ever pumped
Yes.
out.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, absolutely, hands down.
If
Hands
they
down.
would have made if that would have been like, you know, if they could have just made their other games to that quality, it would have been. It's like why was it just this one?
Yeah.
Which I know there's a lot of hate online about the game, but it was one of those we rented it. It was another one we rented, and I remember renting it multiple times because it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Oh yeah.
I tell you
I
what.
actually bought the game, and I had the red. It was the red cartridge edition that I got.
That
Nice.
was the best one, and it came with the soundtrack. It came with the soundtrack. Carnage Rules, and you know, Rock and Roll Pumpkin was on it. Oh yeah,
That was.
I missed it.
I'll tell you another great Marvel game that was badass. The Incredible Hulk.
Ooh,
I used to play that game a lot.
yeah.
I've never touched that game.
Oh, it's such a
Well, you
great-
gotta.
I'm gonna have to now.
You gotta check it out, dude.
Yeah, check
You're
it
gonna
out.
have a blast.
Okay,
That-
So I did play some of the X-Men games though, and even you know,
X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. That's another
Yep.
great one from Capcom.
it was fantastic.
Love that game. Yeah, I beat that a couple of times.
Didn't they make it more like, you know, you could be able to use super moves by using half circle motions and stuff like that?
Yes, because
Yeah.
it was made by Capcom.
That's why. Yeah, Capcom knew what they were doing.
Yeah,
they-
when it comes to a fighting game, Capcom was reign supreme.
yeah,
Yep. Not
Did
only
you-
that.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, but not only that. What's great about them is that they actually had some excellent arcade ports of some amazing games.
oh, absolutely.
They did.
Magic
Yeah.
Sword,
Yes.
Knights of the Round,
Yes.
King of Dragons,
Ghouls and Ghosts.
Ghouls and
So-
Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Hey,
Super cool.
Dude, I still love that game to this day.
Yeah.
I love the Ghouls and Ghosts
Great.
games.
Hard, but it's fun. But it's, you know,
It's-
they introduced the double jump.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Oh, be
Honestly,
wary! Be
Arthur's
wary!
jump is hilarious.
Be wary
When he
of
jumps
your
straight up.
of the direction. Be wary of the direction that you actually choose when you do
Yes.
the double jump.
Yeah, whoops.
You have to be
jump,
very careful.
Whee!
Jump
There you
true.
go, falling off.
Jump true, or you will perish.
That's kind of like that's similar to DK's Donkey Kong's the mine cart.
Oh, dude.
Yes.
Jump true or you're gonna die.
Mhm.
Gotta
Hey,
make
you
sure
better go in there with a lot of lives because you're gonna come out with one.
Yeah, yeah.
But, you know, listen, I love the Donkey Kong Country games, though. But, you know, I hate when they have stages where they trick you, where you have to jump, but then you see, like, oh, if you didn't jump, you could go get this free man or that special. I
Yeah,
said,
just about the time you leave the platform, the
They
camera
bait you to
pans
kill
just enough,
yourself.
you see what you should have hit.
Mhm. Yep.
But you know what I do sometimes? sometimes I just kill myself, and I said, okay, you know, I'm just gonna kill myself, and I'm gonna get it right away.
Just get that shit over with, right?
Exactly. I'm not playing that stage again. I'm not playing it again.
I'm not doing it.
Now,
I'm not playing it again. I'm sorry.
now, on the subject of superheroes,
Sure.
I would say the Super NES and maybe even Sega Genesis actually had the best version of the Superman game ever. The Superman, what was it called? The Death of
Return to beat 'em up.
The Death of Return of Superman. That was
Yes.
the best Superman game ever.
Yes, it was. It still is.
It still is.
Okay.
Hands down.
Because
hands down.
because I don't know why they just can never get it right. They can never get it right.
And hey, SNES, when it comes to superhero games, they had the best Batman game too, because you had
Yes,
Batman Forever.
Returns. Yes.
Yeah, Batman
Another
Forever.
beat 'em
It's
up
so
was
great.
Whoa.
Yeah, Batman Returns on the SNES was phenomenal.
The joke.
But the music was from the movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was so kick-ass.
Mhm.
Dude, and the fact that you could grab the enemies and throw them to the background, you could throw them to the shattered glass window. Dude, come on.
Shout out to
It felt like you were Batman. Dude.
Shout out to Konami. Shout out to
Yes.
Konami for actually putting in that partner thing where you actually be able to use your grappling hook against the wall behind the clown and actually pull it and everything,
Yes.
and that will actually take off some of the light. Shout out to that's attention to detail was so
awesome.
chef's kiss. Chef's
Yeah.
kiss.
It was.
And we cannot forget that if you grab one enemy, you can grab another one and headbutt them together.
Yeah, slam them together.
Yes.
Gosh, man.
You didn't see that in any beat-em-ups until then.
Dude, that just shows you
Batman was
Konami
groundbreaking.
was a fan of that just shows you
Yeah.
Konami were fans of the movie, and they wanted to put every element in the movie into that game. Oh,
And they got it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember my cousin wanted Batman Returns. That was the game he wanted, and he asked for it for Christmas. Finally, he said he ended up getting Batman Forever instead, because that was the new Batman game. He played it. We played it. The disappointment was real.
I can imagine.
Oh my God. But the Batman game that I also, to be fair, the Adventures of Batman and Robin on SNES was really freaking good too.
Great game. Yes.
Absolutely.
The music is fantastic.
Oh, it was straight out of the freaking TV show. Like, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And looked like the cartoon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Like the animation and everything, and it's like the music. It's like the atmosphere. They captured the atmosphere from the animated show, and I like that each stage you fought a different villain, which was awesome. You know, especially at the last stage though. When you get to the last stage, that's when you gotta fight. You gotta fight almost all the villains again.
Yeah.
You know?
Boss
That was
run.
great.
Boss, yeah. Listen,
Yeah.
any game that has a boss run, you know that you're actually towards the end.
Yep. You're at the last stage.
You're at the last stage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Good time. Good stuff.
Great Batman games though. The SNES was a great Batman, but Batman Forever, yeah, that was
Oh.
Yeah. Yo, seriously, I think Acclaim actually dropped the ball on that one.
Our Claim did drop the ball.
Yeah, big time. Big time.
But I'll tell you what though, our Claim actually did a great comic book game, and it was based off the movie too as well. Judge Dredd.
Okay,
Yes,
that
I
was
mean-
good.
That was a great game.
Yes.
Yes.
Love that game. Oh,
It played the same style as Blackthorn. It's like it basically plays like Blackthorn. If you're
Angela.
you know, another shout out to Interplay.
I am love.
Oh wait, hold on a second. Interplay and that thing, isn't that owned by Blizzard?
What's that?
Isn't
Oh,
Interplay owned
yeah,
by
wait a
Blizzard?
minute. Or,
Interplay's owned by Blizzard.
I've seen their names put together, yeah. Blizzard Interplay.
Blizzard and Interplay. You know what? I need to get on Blizzard now. Because Blizzard if they own certain IPs, you know, I mean, besides, you know, they can't get Earthworm Jim because Earthworm Jim obviously, you know, got retained their rights with Shiny Entertainment. Shiny Entertainment? What was that? Yeah. This is a damn shame.
Yeah.
But
What happened to Playmates Entertainment? Because Playmates Entertainment was the one that released their Earthworm Jim 2 on the Saturn, and over in Europe it was PlayStation, the PlayStation version, and then I think they also did Skeleton. Yeah, they did Skeleton Warriors too.
I think was it that?
Playmates.
Yeah, I think so. Hold on.
Oh yes, I had that magazine.
Nice.
Oh!
Oh! My God.
Oh!
Another one.
Surprise.
Vault.
Game Pro. Still,
I had that magazine.
Still to this day. Listen, now, if you remember the great amazing magazine called Electronic Game Monthly, the front cover.
Oh yeah.
The front cover of their first issue was The Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past.
Yes, phenomenal game.
Listen,
I'll never get bored of it.
Super Nintendo was really cooking on all cylinders when that game came out.
Oh, look at that. Player's strategy.
Oh, wow. I remember that.
Yo!
Metal Gear.
Dude, John's just throwing out the vault right there,
Yo.
man.
God, man. You taking me back, bro.
I love these member berries, man. Member berries rule.
Oh, my gosh, man. Those magazines. Listen, I lived, I breathed, and I loved all the freaking magazines.
So those are just a couple out of my vault that I pulled out. There's more in boxes.
Oh, dude, I bet you have like a whole collection, a whole stack of them.
Absolutely,
oh,
absolutely.
My gosh.
I had a Game Pro subscription from like my I started my subscription was from 3rd grade until the end of high school. Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah, my cousin for Christmas last year, he's a huge Metal Gear head. Loves Metal Gear. So I had to go through, I bought him the Game Pro with MGS. I got him the Game Pro that had Metal Gear Solid for the front cover. I got him the Game Pro that had Metal Gear Solid 2 for the front cover. Got him the Game Pro that had Metal Gear Solid 3 for the front cover. That's what I gave him for Christmas.
Nice. That's a gift.
That Metal Gear Solid cover was badass.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it was like right.
To be fair, I got him in, and I was like, damn it. Because I was bottom to give to him, and I was just like, oh my God, this is freaking cool and be badass in my own collection. But yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
They Game Pro some of the most badass covers out there.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I would have to give a shout out to all the ones who did EGM back in the day. They just know how to make those covers pop. And it's like as soon as you pass by that newsstand and you see the magazine just kind of shouting out to you, I'm the new one. I'm like, oh, I'm buying it.
I'm taking it. Take it.
I'm buying it. I think that was when E3 was actually pretty much hitting on all cylinders. And every single time they had an E3 episode, remember they had the E3 magazine? The E3 magazine would always show up usually that summer. And they had the whole expose about what they showed at E3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they showed all the games that was announced.
How thick that freaking magazine was. It was thick. And it had
EGMs were thick to begin with, yo.
Yeah, man.
They had a spine. They had a spine like a book.
I would say right now when it boiled down to it, everything about the ads and all the stuff they were showing was what's cool. Everything about it was cool. Super Nintendo had games that never even got released. They showed at the electronic game extra.
There was a couple games that was shown, but they never got released.
Yeah.
And it's a travesty because I was looking at it, like, oh wow, they're gonna bring that game out, and it never came to be.
I remember. Here's the thing, though. I remember SNK, and they released all not all Fatal Fury games, but they released Fatal Fury, Fatal Fury 2, and Fatal Fury Special. And I remember I was reading, but they did bring Art of Fighting to the Super NES, And then they did an article that called Artifying 2 they were gonna bring that here in the States though, but they only released it in Japan, and the US version was canceled, and I was pissed. I wanted to play that. You know.
Yeah. I would say that Capcom was pretty much the last bastion of the Super NES stages, because they did.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because they did release a lot of games that you thought would never ever come out for the console. Street Fighter Alpha 2.
Yeah, but go ahead. But there were some problems in the game. But go ahead with Alpha 2.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, me neither. I was kind of shocked. It said "Long live Super NES." They were actually bringing out like the last few games that pretty much was squeezing every last ounce of juice out of that console.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, "Oh, it still has life here." And so the limited copies of Super. What was it? I think it was the Super Street Fighter 2.
What do you call it, like Alpha 2 Gold or something like that?
Yeah, well, something like that. I think it was Alpha 2.
No, Street Fighter Alpha 2 Go only came out on the PlayStation and the Saturn.
Yeah.
At the time.
I'm
Because it was
confusing
the
this.
collection, which I still have on the Saturn.
Yeah, there were a lot of issues with that game, Street Fighter Alpha.
Yeah, there was too many load times in the Super Nintendo version.
Yeah.
I was like, dang.
Yeah.
It took
A lot
forever.
of sound effects were missing too.
Yeah,
A lot of stuff was missing.
A lot of them. But I was shocked
Yeah.
they even got that much in there. I was just shocked they got whatever they had in there. You know?
I was surprised they even released the game like that. I was like, wow. And I was like, damn, a cartridge, you would think a cartridge didn't have that much load times, but then when you play this game, I was like, damn.
Yeah. Rare did it best though. Rare did it best. So
Yeah.
when they released Donkey Kong Country, listen. No one thought they could ever be able to do something like that on a cartridge, ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were top notch.
You know, the
It was
music,
like the claymation.
the
Stop motion.
It was what's it called? Silicon Graphics, I think it was they called it.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I was like, oh snap! I got that for my birthday. I had my dad got it for me for my birthday, and it was unexpected because it's something I didn't really ask for. Now that's the funny thing. I didn't ask for it. I knew it was there, but I didn't ask for it. But when I actually finally got it and we popped it into the Super NES, dude, I was sitting right there like this. It looked so freaking good. Even my dad was like, "Whoa, what is this?" I said, "This is Donkey Kong Country, Dad." He was sitting right there. He was watching me for hours.
When we got there, the Shadow. I remember the Shadow.
And I'm gonna try to close this and see.
Oh man.
What was he?
The Shadow.
Yeah,
Oh,
on
the
the
Shadow.
Super. Yeah.
Yes, for Super NES.
The prototype.
Wow, bro.
Nice.
That's freaking amazing, bro. Oh man. Well, damn. What was I gonna say? Because I was gonna mention something.
Yeah, we were talking about Donkey Kong Country though, and I wanted to say that was a great trilogy. Donkey Kong Countries 1, 2, and 3 were great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
They absolutely were. They were awesome.
One of the best platformers, and I think rivaled all the Super Mario games.
Wow, look at that. The Shadow.
Oh god.
Ha, cool.
That's crazy,
awesome.
man. That's freaking amazing. Here's a funny one. With Super Nintendo, there was a few titles that were actually pretty shocking to actually come to the console, and I thought that would never be. Killer Instinct.
I was surprised they brought that game though, especially the graphics you saw in the arcade version. I was like, how?
They were pretty well. They were just teeny tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But surprisingly enough, even though it wasn't really like that, wasn't like 1-to-1. Obviously, it wasn't 1-to-1. It was far from it. The game was still pretty damn fun.
It was. It played just fine.
Yeah.
It played just fine, dude.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that.
The stick controllers, like it was smooth. Like there was no slow down. It was fast action. Yeah.
Yep. And,
Yeah.
and they retain every single move in the game. Oh,
We
almost.
figured it out.
But I think they had every move though. They had the count breakers, and I don't think there was any moves missing because I noticed that some of the finishing moves they were a little bit brutal than the arcade ones.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because I remember, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this one. I remember when I did because Spiral was my boy in the arcade and the SNES version. The finishing moves was different though because I remember if you do back 3 times and middle kick, he raised the sword up, and then lightning would strike on his opponent. They would turn to dust.
Right.
In the arcade version, he raises up some skeletons and they drag the opponent down to hell.
Yeah, that's right. That was changed.
Yeah.
That's a little wild.
Yeah. So those were just some differences,
That's
from
true.
the SNES to the arcade versions.
It just made me think of that movie Drag Me to Hell, and he actually does it.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
drag me to hell.
What's even scary? You want to get struck by lightning, turn to dust, or you want to get dragged to hell?
Wow.
I don't
Yeah,
think I like
I,
either option. They both suck.
They both.
I think I think
I don't want to
the
do
game
that.
I played, the fighting game I played the most would have had to have been the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters.
That was the
Nice.
best.
Oh, this is recently. Speaking of that's good. They recently had a Tournament Fighters tournament recently, and I was watching.
Oh, yeah?
Yo,
Oh, nice.
Can I just say that Wingnut is the most cheapest character in the whole entire roster?
Oh, 100%.
Wingnut
Yes.
is the cheapest SOB on the whole entire roster of the freaking Tournament Fighters. The cheapest. Because his cross-ups are ridiculous, and his floating moves and his sonic boom in the air. Dude, come on, man.
Dude, he's got air projectiles.
Air projectiles, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man. He has zoning, and he has closing moves. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know? And I was watching the tournament, I was like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah.
Woo! Great, fun game.
Oh, yeah.
Fun game.
I remember Tournament Fighters and then then let's go back to Capcom. They had Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Turbo, and then they had Super Street Fighter 2. But so I thought we were gonna get Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the Super Nintendo, but that wasn't the case.
No. I think number one, they realized that the Super NES was not going to be able to handle that. I was shocked that they actually even handled Street Fighter Alpha 2, let alone.
Yeah, but there's so much load
Those
time.
3 games have caused my insomnia that bothers me to this day. Super Nintendo's Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and Super Street Fighter. I picked that up in high school, and I have never slept a night again.
I would say.
My sleep is messed up forever.
I would say.
Thanks to those 3.
Yeah, indeed. You know what though? I would say right now that, think about the Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2, when they announced it for the Super NES, I mean, everybody and their cousin wanted a Super Nintendo because that game was coming out.
Yeah.
Everybody
It
was
was a
talking
console.
about it. The buzz was
100%.
like nuclear.
Yeah.
Everybody was saying, "Oh, I gotta get myself a Super Nintendo." People couldn't believe it. That people thought it was fake because they showed it in the EGN magazine, and that's when they first announced it. And people were looking at it.
They checked it for
they
April
said,
Fools?
"No way." They said, "No way, Super Nintendo. No way, this game is gonna come out for the Super Nintendo." Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, it did.
No way.
I remember I had that issue of GamePro with when they showed those first screenshots of Street Fighter 2. I
Yeah.
was like, wow.
People got that game, and people were playing that game like crazy at home, and then they brought those skills to the arcade. Listen, let me tell you something, and I tell people this all the time. The Super NES version of Street Fighter 2 literally made the arcade even more crazy. Because
I
everybody
love
was
the OG Street Fighter 2.
Yeah. Everybody
Love
and their cousin was playing Street Fighter 2 at home and then bringing their skills to the arcade with all the stuff that they learned. It was crazy because everybody was doing that. People were like, "Oh, I could be able to practice with Dalsim. I could be able to practice with freaking Zangief. I could be able to practice." It was nuts, man. It was nuts.
And
Go ahead.
you know, another game that I remember everybody talking about when I was young was, and it was a game that we all had to own at the time, was Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
I love that game, dude.
That's a great game.
Love it.
For the Game Boy, right? For the Game Boy came out. Yeah.
Well,
No,
Or, I'm
no,
sorry,
no,
I meant
Super
Link to the
Nintendo.
Past.
No,
Zelda.
that's Link to the Past.
Link
Yeah,
to the
Link to the
That was
Past.
Link to the
Yeah.
Past. Link's
Sorry,
Awakening
I've been
was the Game
playing
Boy.
Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
You gotta bear with me. I've been playing Link's Awakening.
No problem.
That's
But you
all
know what's funny? We should mention this though. There was a thing called Super Game Boy, where
Yep.
you could play Link's Awakening on that system.
You could.
That's true.
And it brought in
Really?
color and brought in a few things that were like quality of life improvements for that game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I thought the Super Game Boy was so unique because that way, if people couldn't get a Game Boy, you know, they could just get that and they could play the Game Boy games right on the TV. I thought that was awesome.
That was ahead of its time. That was ahead of its
That
time.
was cool.
Yeah.
That was definitely ahead of its time. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I thought that was
I mean,
cool.
if you really look at it, if you had that accessory and a Game Boy, you kind of had a something similar to what you have now with like the Switch, because you could
Yeah,
really
you
take
do.
your card
That's
out.
true. That's true.
Slide it
You
in.
do.
Yeah.
Man, you know what? Everything goes full circle, you know? I mean, basically,
does.
old ideas and everything become new ideas. Technology kind of catches up, and you're like, what if? Remember we had that Game Boy peripheral for the Super NES? What if we actually had a console that literally can dock into a station that be able to play the games that you're playing when you're on the go on your TV?
So,
Whoever came up with the idea, mad props to them.
oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yo, he got promoted. He got promoted times 3.
Oh, yeah, you better get
Shake
promoted.
his hand.
Yeah,
I want to shake his hand.
yeah.
Yeah.
Times 3. Times 3. And a bonus.
Yeah.
And you know, it's hard to talk about Super Nintendo without mentioning all of the fantastic RPGs that were on that system.
Yeah, I knew you were
Chrono
going to
Trigger also
go there.
contributed
I
to
knew
my
you were going to go there
insomnia.
because this is
Yeah.
that
We
would like
mentioned-
that would be like a
we
whole entire
mentioned
episode
Breath of
altogether.
Fire.
Oh my
We
God.
mentioned Breath of Fire. That's a classic.
Breath of
Chrono
Fire.
Trigger
Breath of Fire.
added to my sleep insomnia.
Yes.
Final Fantasy VI,
Which was Final
Yeah, that was
Fantasy
peak
3.
too.
Which was Final
Yeah.
Fantasy 3.
which is Final Fantasy 3 for us.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the States. Yeah.
Oh
Chrono
man, I'm
Trigger.
gonna play them again.
Secret of Mana.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Secret of Mana, absolutely. Illusion of Gaia.
Secret of Evermore. Secret of Evermore.
Secret of Evermore.
Don't forget about that one. Yep.
Yeah, I think it was
Uh,
Super Nintendo that got me into this stuff.
Yeah.
What else?
Oh, yeah.
Man. Soul Blazer.
So yeah, I think Soul Blazer was
Soul
one. Yeah.
Blazer. What other games that came out there?
We said Chrono Trigger. That's a classic.
Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Didn't say that one.
Oh man. There's a lot of them.
Oh, how could we forget this one? I cannot believe it. Shame on us. Super Mario RPG.
Thank
Oh,
you. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes. Super Mario RPG.
What a fantastic
Yeah.
game
No one
for
thought.
Nintendo and Square to partner on.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
That game right there was surprisingly like a surprise hit to me. It was because I saw that and I was like, how are they gonna make it work? Dude, they made it work. They made it
Oh, of course they made it.
in spades. And it's awesome that you can actually have certain enemies that you thought were enemies actually be your partner and actually fight with you. Dude.
You know, there's another game too we forgot.
What's that?
It's iconic. Earthbound.
Oh
yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah.
In Japan, yes.
And they finally brought it to the States, which is great. I love the fact that they actually brought
Yeah.
it. Finally
Wow.
had it. Yeah.
I want to play Super Mario RPG. I want it now. I need a Switch.
It's good.
Yeah, it's really
I'm looking at it, man. I'm seeing him square
It's
off
good.
against four Fry Guys right now. I mean,
Get a Switch. It's good. You'll love it.
How's it?
worth it. Worth every.
You know-
worth every
I'm missing out on so much.
Another- Another great RPG that was stuck in Japan that we finally got a ROM hack for localization in the US for is Star Ocean.
Oh,
And,
they did make Star Ocean for the Super Nintendo. They did.
They did.
And
There's now a ROM hack that you can now make it English. And what's really, really cool is that Star Ocean on SNES actually, in its cutscenes, has vocals. Like it actually speaks.
Really?
And
Dude.
yes,
Oh wow.
it was like one of the first Super Nintendo games to actually. I think it was one of the only Super Nintendo games that actually had vocals,
That's not true.
like
That's not
full blown, like speaking sentences.
Oh, speaking. Of,
That's
you
a
mean like
powerful
full
console,
sentences.
dude, for that time.
Well, I mean, there were games that actually did have some vocalizations. I mean, one of them was Jurassic Park. Not the first
Yeah.
one, but Jurassic Park, but it was the sequel, Jurassic Park. I forgot what it's called. I think it was Jurassic.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it was the only one, but it's one of the only ones I knew that actually, like especially like the intro cutscenes, like
Yeah.
it actually has full blown sentences, like he's actually speaking in the intro.
Yeah, man, I love that. I forgot to mention another great company. Now there was a company called Revelation. I think it was called Revelation. They created some amazing action games, such as Valis, the Valis series. You got Valis 1, Valis 2, Valis 3, Super Valis 4. They came up for the Super NES. Dragon Ball, they had made some Dragon Ball Z games, a lot of them.
Yeah.
They came up for Super NES.
They weren't that great, though, unfortunately.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
dude, they were fun.
They
Yeah.
compared to something like Street Fighter 2, they paled.
Oh yeah.
They paled.
That's
Well,
that's
yeah, there was a Dragon Ball Z game, a fighting game, and there was also a Fist of the North Star game, though. But those games were pretty slow, though.
They were
Yeah.
slow, but they were fun though. They for what
Yeah.
If you're a super fan, you were happy.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's two adventure games I need to mention. I need to mention from Capcom, Demon's Crest. That is a fantastic game. Demon's Crest.
Demon's Crest.
That was a great adventure game, and Super Metroid.
Oh, Super Metroid! Oh my God,
Okay.
Super the creepy sounds and oh my damn! Yeah,
All
I'm going to bed playing Super Metroid. That's it.
Johnny, I wanted to save that for last. But now that you open Pandora's box, I gotta gush. I gotta gush over this game. I gotta gush over it.
All right, gush.
I gotta gush over it. All right.
Shoot it.
Now, interesting story behind this game. I remember when the game was actually going to be released, and I was actually intrigued by it. I went to the GameStop. I saw it there. It was like freaking amazing, and I wanted it. I put a reserve on it. So,
The GameStop with the purple lights.
We're talking about the old school GameStop.
Now you know
Not the GameStop you know of today. I'm talking about the GameStop that was actually freaking cool.
Yeah.
Now,
The best one.
yeah, the best one. Now, I actually had the opportunity to, get some money from my mom because, she wanted me to get some school clothes for school.
You did. I remember the story, but go ahead.
Okay, so long story short makes shorter. I went to the Galleria. The game was there. I really wanted it. I put the reserve on it. I said, I want it. The game sent me back about $70. My mother gave me about $100.
Ooh.
So $70, and for the $30 and everything, you know what I did? I got like one T-shirt, one T-shirt, and I think it was like not even a pair of pants. I just got a couple of T-shirts. I got the T-shirts. I had the bag in hand. Everything was there. My game was actually inside the same bag that was there. I didn't want my mother to see. So when I walked in that door, there was a closet. There's a closet right next door. So basically, I took out the bag and everything quickly to hide it into the closet as I walked over there. And my mother was asking me, "That's all you got with the $100 I gave you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Obviously,
she knew. She found out.
Well, obviously, she said, "What'd you throw in the closet?" Nothing. Nothing. She looked at you. She went in the closet and everything, and she was like, "Well, looks like this is actually all you're gonna be wearing to school, and stuff like that." You know, obviously, she was gonna go close up it again, but so I had the game, and I said I might as well enjoy it. Oh, and so I did. Oh, I did. It was on Saturday. I had nothing to do. Saturday morning cartoons, watch my cartoons, pop that bad boy in. I was immersed in that game. The music, the gameplay, the graphics, the attention to detail. Listen, now, if you played Metroid games before, there's not one game that I know of had both sides of Samus Aran showing. When she's holding her blaster, you see her arm and her thing. Her blaster's like this. But when she goes to the other side of her thing, it still shows the same arm. So it shows the other side how her blaster is. I'm like, yo, that's ridiculous. And she's breathing.
Right.
Then when you die, you get that shattered armor that comes off of her again. Boom.
Yeah, you are out of it. I was like, whoa.
Once I
was like, what?
When that happened, so I never played Metroid. So the first time I died and the armor explodes off of me, to be fair, I did not pay close enough attention in the intro to like see her eyes. So when it shot off of me, I was like, wait a minute, this is a girl?
Yeah. Yep. She's a girl.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, she is one of the most quintessential badasses.
Thank you. Yes, I was just about to say that. Yes.
Period. Like I don't care. Out of all video game
bounty
characters,
hunter material.
She is one of the top tier badasses.
Yeah.
She's like Ripley wearing a Master Chief suit.
I remember when I played the original Metroid, I thought Samus was a male though, but then after when I got the good ending though, and then after you get to see the chain, you get to see the outfit like keeps blinking, and then it reveals who she really is, what Samus really is. I was like, oh, Samus is a girl?
Oh, that's a girl dragon.
Do you remember the code? Justin Bailey?
Justin Bailey, that's right. You can play the game. Yes. You can play the game as without her suit.
Yeah, then when you beat it in that suit, it's a bikini.
That's right.
You know, because Japanese developers.
8-bit boobage, yeah, buddy.
Indeed.
So, I was just looking something up. I did not know this. So I knew about Soul Blazer and I've known about Illusion of Gaia. But I did not realize that those two games were tied in. Did you know they were actually sequels? They're part of a trilogy. And Terra Enigma is so you have Soul Blazers, Illusion of Gaia, Terra Enigma.
Yeah.
I had no idea that that's a trilogy.
Cool.
It's crazy, right? It's freaking crazy. Dude, I still remember the ending to Soul Blazer. I was sitting right there, you know, and basically, you know, it was what you know what was awesome about that game? I mean, I hate spoilers, but I'm gonna spoil it anyway. You know, basically what happened is that you're basically a god. You're basically a god. You're actually, you know, sent to actually save the world. Once you finish the game, you actually lose your memory again. And that same girl that you actually meet with during the middle of the game, you know, She actually is the one that kind of helps you, you know, kind of come to grips, and you actually learn the song. There's a certain song that she sings, and that music actually plays throughout the whole entire section that you're doing. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. And then the song shows up again at the end, where she actually looks up and everything. She sees that you're gone, and she, you know, it shows like it's like a cinema scene, you know. And what happens is, a star falls from the sky and everything. It turns out to be you, but you lost your memory. You know, so she's sitting right there. She was asking you, "Do you remember who you are?" Blah blah blah. And he shakes his head and stuff like that. So basically, you kind of like, you know, starting your life all over again as a mortal, I guess. You know, because you already did your job or something like that, which is pretty cool.
Well, now that I know that Illusion of Gaia, like Soul Blazer, is the first act, then so now I need to add Soul Blazers to my list, because I'm gonna have to beat it first before I go through Illusion of Gaia.
Dude, that last boss, come back to me, man. When you play against that.
Yeah,
boss.
well, don't worry, we'll be talking.
Yeah,
We'll be talking.
Yeah, talk about it. Yo. That's the only thing I'm not gonna say much about. But that boss, bro, that boss.
So, the other thing, you know, another amazing game that was kick-ass, the fact that it was even on the Super Nintendo, Doom.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the cartridge was red too.
That's
Yep.
right.
Maximum Carnage.
And then, did y'all see the limited edition run limited run did of the Doom? They got the original guy that kind of helped code it. They brought him in to help them recode things and figure it out to get the frame rate up. So it went from like 15 or 12 to like 20 now. And then they also they brought out a new SNES controller with Rumble that the game was programmed with. So you can actually have Rumble in Doom on a Super Nintendo.
That's ridiculous.
That's badass.
That's really
And
badass.
they've released the source code, whatever, because there's the Doom Rumble controller, and then there's just a regular Rumble controller that you can get now. And apparently they've released that source code for ROM hackers and all this stuff to be able to put Rumble into old school games.
Oh man, see, I love when the community actually, you know, they reinvigorate all these older titles and, you know, make them feel new again. I love that. See, we need more of that. If we could just, man, I can go through my whole entire back catalog and say, okay, can you do something with this? Can you do something with this?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's like so many amazing freaking games that man. Wait, here's another game I forgot. I forgot off the top of my head. Super Sonic Blast Man.
And there was Blast Man 2. That was a badass beat 'em up game.
I love that. I love that freaking game. Especially
Sonic
when you fight anything, you can shake him like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so awesome.
You know, we've sat here and we've talked a lot about Super Nintendo games. And not one of us has mentioned, if we've mentioned it, I didn't hear it, X-Men. Or not X-Men, but Mega Man.
Oh, well, we haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, we still got more, though. Yeah, there was Mega Man 7. There was Mega Man X 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
There was Mega Man Soccer.
Yes. Listen, Mega Man is one of those games that will always live in infamy. Super NES, Super NES and the thing actually, you know, had pretty much, I think, only 4 titles that came for the game Super NES? Was it 4?
Like I said, here's the thing though. Like I said, it was because remember first they came out with Mega Man X though. It was a futuristic.
Yeah.
They wanted to do a new Mega Man series. So they had X1, X2, X3. Then they did one for the original series. They did Mega Man 7, and then they did Mega Man Soccer. This was ridiculous.
That's right.
And there was a game, and there was another game that only came out in Japan. It was called Mega Man and Bass. So, but that game only came out in the Super NES in Japan. But then later on in the States, they brought it to the Game Boy Advance.
Ah, that's right. I forgot about that. Dude.
Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, Mega Man had some pretty good games on the SNES for sure.
Mega Man rocked it on the SNES. I loved them. Like I absolutely loved them.
Awesome trilogy, yeah. Especially those three games in the X series, yeah. Those were good.
Yeah.
And I do want to say, since Taurence mentioned some beat 'em ups though, I will say this though: the home port version of Captain Commando on the Super Nintendo was actually pretty cool. Me and a friend of mine, we played that together.
Oh, the Super NES version
There's a home port.
Captain Commando? Yeah.
Yeah. That
I
was
played the arcade. How's the home port? How's the home port compare?
What's that?
How's the home port compared to the arcade one?
Well, of course they're not gonna have the blood. They're not gonna have like the explosions though, and they're gonna have all. But the thing is, some things have to count. But I mean, it played very well. The controls in that game was good. You got the 2-player action, unlike Final Fight. You know.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
Hey, listen, I'm sorry. Okay.
Come at me, Capcom.
With that game, Fight. Come on. I still love Final Fight though, but come on.
Yeah.
There was,
That was a bad move, bad call.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, like I said, we said this earlier. At least Final Fight 2 and 3 came out, and they made it up. So
They were sweet.
That's true.
yeah.
A game that I loved back in the day too was Shadowrun.
Yes.
The OG Shadowrun.
Yeah.
OG Shadowrun.
The shadow.
Nintendo.
That isometric view Shadowrun. That's the ones I like. Yes, absolutely. Strategy.
I'm nostalgic for Super Nintendo graphics.
Me too.
For some reason, I'm loving that look lately. The pixelated character and the realistic HD backgrounds.
Oh yeah. Well,
That's one of my favorite art styles recently in games.
I don't know why, but when it comes to like graphics, when I'm thinking retro and I go retro, it's like I'm thinking like everything below, like from PlayStation below, because by the time we got to like the PS2, those graphics look almost like it's very modern looking. Things just kind of built from there. But back when it was the PlayStation and the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis and stuff, those consoles, they had to pull off some tricks and really do some stuff to get the visuals the way they were. And you still had some imagination kind of in the games to really blossom it out to full effect.
Like where does Link carry all his stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's funny?
You need to use your imagination for that. We'd make perverted jokes about it when we were kids, but you had to use your imagination.
Johnny,
Everyone knows a joke. I'm not even going to make it because you all made it yourselves.
Yeah,
you know you did.
Did we forget to
Sick perverts.
Did we forget to mention the Castlevania X?
Oh, you mean Castlevania Dracula X?
Dracula X. Yeah, which is actually like the watered down version of Rondo of Blood. So
it was a watered down.
It seems like an arcadey version.
Yeah.
The thing is with that game is that they made some changes still. They changed some stages. You can't play as Maria. Nope. You can only save her. But then there was different endings though. This, like I said, there was changes there was so many, like if you compare the stages to the PC Engine version, you're gonna see, oh yeah, they changed a lot of stages. So yeah.
Absolutely.
But you know what? They wanted to bring something to the SNES crowd though, because we didn't have the PC Engine version, so us Americans, we were stuck with the Super NES version at the time.
That is true.
I mean, the game was okay, but it just wasn't better than the PC Engine version.
Yeah, of course.
I'm good for what it was, but yeah. So.
Oh man.
And I do want to mention though, we have to mention Battletoads and the Battle Maniacs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, okay.
I still hate the Oh, I hate that stage. You know which stage I'm talking about?
Oh, you're talking about the one with where you're skating on the thing on the chessboards and stuff like that.
Yes.
No, the jet ski.
Jet ski.
Oh, the jet skis.
Jet ski. Oh,
I hate that stage.
Listen.
That stage is so complex because you got all that bullshit coming at you. Plus, you're basically playing Donkey Kong mine carts with free jet skis.
The gaps, bro. The gaps ridiculous.
And there were some gaps on there that were tighter, I think, than what was on Donkey Kong mine carts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Especially
you
when
had
the stage
to be
speeds up.
dude, you had to be fast with your thumb when you're moving up and down, because if you miss the rhythm with going up and down, you was gonna bump and you're gonna fly out of your jet ski.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I love the beat 'em up part, and I love you're going down on the ropes. Those were fun, but the jet ski is not the funnest stage. Ugh.
You know, a licensed game that I actually ended up liking a whole lot. It was one of them that I rented back in the day, but and I played it, recently in recent years. But True Lies. Did y'all ever try that one?
True Lies, yes, the top down action game that came out. Yes, I remember it.
That game was actually solid.
It was a good game.
It was good. It was very good.
Yeah, I never got to finish it, but then I remember I was just messing around though. Because you're probably gonna know where I go with this bet. I was just messing around. I was shooting the civilians, and he said, "Damn it, Harry, you shooting out civilians. The game's gonna be over." I was just messing around. Then I said, "Okay, I better get serious."
Yeah, yeah, and it's a tough game. Like it really does have a challenge to it.
It was really good.
Well, let's
the movie.
Let's talk about some of the peripherals that came out for the console that were very interesting. We got the Super Scope 6.
Okay.
Now, the Super Scope 6 was one of those eccentric little devices that only had but a very few games that supported it. There was of course the 6-in-1 game that came with it. Then there was another game, I believe it was called what was it called? Cyborg or BattleBots, something like that.
Was it Battle
came out for it?
Battle Clash, right?
Battle Clash, yes.
Yes, I remember that game.
Yeah, and then of course there was one game that I wish would have supported the Super Scope 6. Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the arcade version, the arcade game.
That supported.
Yeah, never supported it. The freaking peripheral, which I don't understand. It was a travesty. The only console right now that actually supports their peripheral, the Menacer, for that game was the Terminator 2 Judgment Day for the Sega Genesis.
Yeah, the arcade game. Yeah.
That's a damn shame.
I couldn't believe that.
What a waste.
Yeah. I mean, you know how much potential that thing actually had? That Super Scope 6? There were so many games that could have been released.
Yeah.
And use that thing, and they decided not to bring it out.
I couldn't believe that. I was like, what? This not support with the Super Soul 6? Huh?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I mean, peripheral was
waste.
Yeah, it was. It was
waste.
Crazy. And now it's like a walking joke because you actually see it like in certain movies. Like for instance, they showed it off in our thing in Super Mario Brothers movie, the bad one, the one with Bob Hoskins and the
the 93 version with John Leguizamo.
Yeah,
Luigi.
that one right there.
He didn't even have a mustache, dude. He didn't even have a mustache.
The Super Scope 6. They painted black and they made it into a freaking prop, which was it was a travesty. I watched in disbelief. I was like, what did I do?
The whole movie was a tragedy. God.
I was thinking, well, they scrapped that technology, didn't they?
Oh, you did something in the worst way.
They sure did.
In the worst way possible.
They humiliated it, dude. They humiliated it.
You know what? A game that I was always upset that didn't use the peripheral was actually Sim City. That game would have been so much cooler with the SNES mouse.
Yes. Yeah,
I didn't even know that existed.
The mouse that came with the paint. That came with the paint game, right? The paint.
Yes. Could you imagine?
Mario Paint.
You would have actually had Sim City like working like a PC at that point. If you could have had the mouse support that was available.
See, this is
It would have made things a lot easier. I'll tell you that.
This is the kind of thing
100%.
that I keep on telling people about, though. I keep on telling people about it. I said, listen, peripherals that had a use, like, pretty much later in the cycle, and they could have, but it didn't have the technology to go back and reprogram it so you can be able to use these peripherals. It's sad. It's just sad. I'm pretty sure you can get a hack. You can, they can make it work.
So this is another prime example of the Super Nintendo ROM hacking community. They do have a community ROM hack. It uses the SA1 enhancement to pass through the SNES mouse and give it functionality. There's a ROM hack to make SimCity work with the mouse.
That's crazy. See, I told you just love it.
That is
Just
cool.
love it. Oh man, good stuff.
Wow.
Let's see.
I remember we had, I actually had Mario Paint though. That was actually really good though, especially all the
Mario Paint.
That was fun.
Yeah, Mario Paint was definitely fun.
What about the Music Maker? I like the Music Maker too.
Oh, that was cool too.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh yeah, how could we forget this series? I cannot believe I forgot. We almost forgot though. Super Double Dragon and
Yes.
Battletoads and Double Dragon,
Yep.
and then there was Double Dragon 5, which was based off the cartoon, but was a fighting game.
Oh,
Speaking of graphics,
Super
I have a nostalgic
Double
for it.
Dragon.
Super Double Dragon.
Yes.
Yeah,
What were you
Super
gonna
Double Dragon was awesome.
Super Double Dragon was awesome, and you saying that, I don't know, it hit my head too, and made me think of Biker Mice from Mars.
say? Ooh, Biker Mice from Mars.
That's a
My
great game.
cousins loved that game, dude. They played it all day.
Yeah, it was also a good game based on a cartoon. James Bond Jr. was a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, I
That's
miss
good.
James Bond Jr.
That's good too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That came out.
And then-
there was some lesser cartoons that actually had their own game. Surprisingly, there was Stone Protectors.
Oh, dude, Stone Protectors,
Oh, yeah.
believe it or not, that game is actually available on Antstream. You can actually play it right now.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Who can-
I played that game. I was like, dude, this game is surprisingly decent.
Yeah, it's decent. It's not bad.
I had, what was it? The Pink Panther. Did y'all ever play the Pink
I never
Panther?
played it, though. How was it?
Oh, it's so totally badass platformer, but Jesus, it's one of those that can get tedious and hard. But it's fun. It's a fun way to kill an afternoon. I'll say that. Like, absolutely.
Same.
But then another great cartoon video game that was hard as shit. Lion King.
Oh, okay, stop. Stop right there. Yo. Okay.
Yeah.
Virgin Games and everything knows how to be sadistic. But that game right there brings it to a whole new level.
Oh,
It's
that game
ridiculously-
right there was
Okay.
so.
I mean,
Tony, wherever you're at, I hope you're not whistling outside. You don't want some monsters coming towards you.
Yeah, I'm in the Blair Witch Project looking for my dog.
Okay.
oh, wow. Okay. Okie
Oh, God.
I'm out here in the woods looking for my dog.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Listen.
I don't know how close you are to that Appalachia range of mountains, but there's some creepy shit in there.
I'm actually right on him, dude, the Jersey side.
Bro. All right, watch out for the Jersey Devil. All right, so anyway.
Yeah, I'm looking for Wendigo.
Wendigo. Oh, man. Let me see. What else?
Zombies ate my neighbors.
Oh, yeah.
You did say something
I hope they
about-
didn't. I like my neighbors.
Yeah, Ghoul Patrol. Ghoul Patrol and things is an unexpected sequel
How
to that game.
can we forget this game? Bonkers and Goof Troop.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Goof Troop is now, I believe, is right now available.
It's on the Disney Afternoon Collection, but it's only available for the Switch 1 and 2.
That's a damn shame. Well, good thing I have Antstream so I can play that game. But I can play
Really?
that game anyway. So, I can play Goof Troop. Play Goof Troop. Bonkers.
Yeah.
Bonkers though, unfortunately not. Not yet.
Bonkers is fine. I mean, it was a little. I mean, it was a little tough though, but it's manageable.
Yep.
So yeah, once you replay the stages though, and
Yeah.
and here's another great cartoon. A game based off a cartoon, Animaniacs and Tiny Toons. Buster's
Yes.
Different
Yes.
enough to want. Different enough to
Yeah,
want.
Tiny
to
Toons
buy-
ruled.
To have the Genesis version.
They did.
To have the
and
Genesis version.
Animaniacs.
Yeah.
It's great.
What's cool about that is that if you have the Genesis and the Super Nintendo, both games are so different from each other. You might as well have
Yes.
both
Yeah.
because of two different adventures, which is so cool.
Uh huh.
So
Yeah.
So, out of your opinions, which one do you think is better?
Which game?
For Animaniacs. I don't know about you. I like the Genesis version better, but you know what? Super
You like the
Nintendo version
Genesis
isn't that
version
bad.
better?
I'm partial to the SNES just for simple fact of nostalgia.
Oh, for
It's more colorful too.
that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Even though the Genesis version has better sound effects, they do have. I will give them that with that. And the same thing goes with the Genesis version of Tiny Toon Adventures. But what you said before, Taurence, was great though, because Tiny Toon Adventures on Buster's Loose was only on the SNES. The one that was on Genesis, it was like a treasure hunt game.
Yep.
I'm gonna get the name of it though, because it was different though. They didn't want to create the same games for both systems. The same thing they did with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Turtles in Time. They gave the Genesis version their own original game, which is Hyperstone Heights.
Mm-hmm,
They
that's
did
right.
the same thing with Tiny Toons. Konami was pretty good at that at the time,
That is true.
which,
Yeah.
which I really like, because you wasn't playing the same game. What was the I'm gonna get the Genesis for it. Yeah, it was called Tiny Toon Adventures: Buster's Hidden Treasure.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
Yes. Yeah,
You,
it was.
you know what? Another game that we forgot to mention too,
Let's mention it.
Super Turrican.
Oh, it's right. You
Yeah.
mentioned
What
that
was
game
it?
before. That game was amazing. Still is. To this very day.
Yes, it is. Oh yeah.
Well, this is the SNES episode. It's got to be mentioned again.
Of course.
Oh, man.
Because people want to listen to it, they want to hear all the great games that came out of the system, though.
Oh, absolutely. And there's so many.
Yep.
There's so many.
Yep. And shout out to the mini. Shout out to the mini who actually are watching right now. You know, because we're actually almost to the close of this awesome episode. I hope you actually love the nostalgia that we built with each other. If you have, if this is the first time visiting our channel, feel free to hit that like and also subscribe to our channel. And not only that, hit that like, hit that bell notification so that way you can keep up with the Joneses with our crazy antics every single week. Friday and Sunday, 8:30 p.m. till 10:30 p.m. Monday through let me tell you something. We have a lot more in store. You know, check it out. And not only that, we're all about that nostalgia. You know, so if you have any like thoughts or ideas of anything that you want to come up with, feel free to hit us up and everything. Go ahead, go to our Twitter pages and or X pages, whatever you want to call it. And just hit us up and just say, hey, how you doing? You know, follow us. You know, keep up with us, and also visit our Patreon. It's only $3 to become a member, and you get yourself an awesome T-shirt in the long run. So go ahead and go hit that Patreon. Go to patreon.com and /gaming treble INC, and go ahead and hit yourself one of those tiers and become part of us. Be one of us. One of us. One of us.
One of us.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I want to mention before we close wrap up this episode.
Mhm.
We have to mention this great beat 'em up series though, and they had 3 games: Rival Turf, Brawl Brothers, and the Peacekeepers.
Oh, yes.
Peacekeepers.
Peacekeepers is amazing because it's 4 players simultaneous. So,
Exactly. Yes.
absolutely.
We cannot forget about the Mortal Kombat games.
And
we have-
that's right. And Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat 2 was the best version at the time. It beat out the Genesis. It was way better than the Genesis version of MK2.
Yep.
And then we had Mortal Kombat 3 and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
Yeah. See, you know what's funny about the Mortal Kombat games? It's funny that Acclaim actually made the ones for the Super NES, but they lent it to Probe Interactive to do the Genesis version of that game.
Yes.
Which makes no sense. It's weird. Which is the reason why the gameplay was so different, you know, and I mean, and sound effects were missing and all that stuff. I'm like, what the heck happened here?
Yeah.
You know? Super Nintendo was all about censorship and everything. When Mortal Kombat 2 came out, that was all thrown out the window.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That game, that was a wrap. That was like the best version at the time.
The best version.
Oh yeah.
The best version.
Oh yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Oh man, they really packed a lot in that game too, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, and
It was surprising.
no, yeah.
Very surprising what they packed into that.
I
It was
would-
like, wow.
I would say once Mortal Kombat 2 came out, Super Nintendo pretty much took the gloves off and said, you know what, forget it. Let's make make what we want to make. You know, so a lot of games.
We just for kids, huh?
Censorship, yeah. So much for us. We want to make games for kids.
Like, we just for kids, right? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They said, screw them. We're gonna put all the blood and gore and all its
They
glory.
saw money. They saw money,
Yeah,
man.
Like, we want that money too.
Yeah, they wanted that money. They didn't think about anything. He said, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, that did hurt them. That first Mortal Kombat did hurt them.
Oh, a lot, dude. Come on, man. Uppercut somebody and everything, and sweat just flies out. And
Yeah, we were making fun of that at school, dude.
you know, and
What?
Johnny Cage's fatality thing. You actually put your foot in your chest. Oh, it was hilarious. Okay, that was
It was-
Yeah, Kano, he puts his hand in his chest, and then that's it.
Yeah,
yeah, like what happened?
I'm
What
like,
happened?
I will say this though. I mean, I will say Raiden's fatality was actually pretty cool because he, instead of like exploding your head, he turns you into dust though. I will say that is pretty unique.
that's the only one that was cool. And then of course,
Yeah, true.
and Scorpius was the same though because it was just
Scorpion was the same. Sony was the same. Sub-Zero, I
The
thought
fans
was
would not have that. You change
Yeah.
Scorpions, the fans would go insane.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then there was a change with Sub-Zero though. I did like it though because he actually deep freezes you and breaks them into pieces though.
Yeah.
I will say
Yeah.
that's
cool.
cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
You know, but like I
And-
said, Kano's and the Johnny Cage one, that was dumb.
I laughed though. The first time I saw Johnny Cage's fatality, we were roasting that fatality. We were roasting that fatality hard, man. He's like, hey, he's giving him the foot fungus. He's giving him the foot fungus. The foot fungus in the chest.
Fungus.
There's a fatality. Foot fungus. Foot fungus fatality.
What would you call Kano's one? Where he just sticks his hand in the chest and then that's it.
He probably tickled his chest.
Oh, he's copping a feel.
You know,
He's copping a
dude.
He's totally copping a feel. Kano's a pervert, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's giving a purple
And,
knuckle. Gave him a purple knuckle. Yes, the purple knuckle. Yeah.
He's giving a purple. A single arm purple nurple.
Holy cow.
It sounds like a finisher. It
Finish
sounds
him.
like a fatality itself. The
Oh.
single arm purple nurple.
Yeah. That doesn't make any sense.
Oh my god. You know what? It's like, I mean, they tried so hard to make that game censored. It was just, oh man. It was bad.
Oh,
It
sir,
was so
we didn't
bad.
like it.
But of course, when they did the Abacab code and everything for Sega Genesis and everything, it was a wrap. Everybody was like, "Oh, what's the Genesis version?"
Oh, we knew about that code before we got the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew about that code before we got the game.
Exactly.
The magazines was publishing that blood code when the game came out. And
Yes.
And dude, yo, the pre-orders for that game skyrocketed. I mean, like everybody wanted that freaking game. Mommy, can I get that Mortal Kombat game? Sure, son. It's okay.
My parents had no clue.
Yeah, they had no clue at all. And then when they
No
got that,
clue.
when they put that code in and everything, they probably was shock and awe when he put that code in. Get over here! And you see the red lettering, and then all of a sudden,
It's just like the arcade.
yeah,
Cool.
and then see Sub-Zero whip on somebody's spine. Ah, I bet you.
I got to tell you the story about a friend of mine, and I felt so bad for him because I remember when he got Mortal Kombat, and then he put the blood code and everything was going fine, and then later that night, his mom watched the news about the controversy.
Oh, that sucks.
Bro.
She took the game away from him.
You got caught. That sucks.
And
Dude, that's like going to jail as a kid, dude.
F the
No,
news.
absolutely.
F the news. The news sucks.
Ever since then,
Yeah, it's always sucked.
ever since then, my friend hates the news now. Ever since that day.
Oh, man.
I can't say I blame him.
The
Of
news.
course I don't. He is me.
I would hate to.
You're like, oh, I'm not gonna get that game for you. I'm like, why, Ma? Why?
Who said so?
Oh man.
Fuck the news.
This
But
is
you know,
facts.
it's kind of crazy when you actually think about the Super Nintendo, because like it has influenced so much of what we now know as video games.
Oh, dude.
Like
yeah.
that console played such a pivotal role in everything, and genre. Like there was genres defined on that system.
Oh, absolutely.
Like for the first time,
Absolutely.
when you really think about it, because there was a lot of stuff that Nintendo, they were still trying to figure out what to even call some of these things. And by the SNES, that's where JRPGs really took off and really became their own thing. Where we saw first-person shooters actually becoming a thing, where we saw the sim style games becoming something. It really defined everything.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, I remember. I remember we had some great ninja games like Ninja Warriors, and then there was the Ninja.
God, yes, Ninja Warriors. I forgot about that game. Holy crap! How did I forget that one, man?
I just wanted to throw it in there, and then we had the Ninja Gaiden trilogy.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Now I gotta tell everybody, Ninja Gaiden trilogy is actually more of the uncensored version of Ninja Gaiden, because they actually did change a lot of the wording of some of the cinema scenes, and also there's blood that's been added in there as well. I think
There was a password though. There was a password they added though.
That's true.
Was there?
Yeah, there was a password, so you could actually, have a chance to beat Ninja Gaiden 3. And it was that because they had the password.
Oh, that's right. And not only that, but the only thing that was bad about the Super Nintendo version of the games, parallax scrolling was actually taken away from Ninja Gaiden 3.
Yeah.
Because the NES version had it, but the Super Nintendo version so I don't know what happened, but like it's not parallax. It wasn't parallax scrolling anymore. It was like more like, it was weird. It was like only 2 layers instead of like several layers. NES really was like ahead of its time though. I mean, when it came to time.
It's the way to go though. But I was surprised they kind of screwed that. They kind of like changed it so much though, because I said to myself, oh, if Super Mario All-Stars was great, the way they did the way they upgraded the NES games, you would think Tecmo would do the same thing with the Ninja Gaiden trilogy from the NES.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was kind of strange to me. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
I think it's funny that everybody's been like obsessed. Over the recent years, I don't know. I'm sure everybody in here's heard about Stardew Valley.
Yeah, Stardew Valley.
And
great game.
And as great as that game is, like I remember being a young kid, and my mom would not get off the damn Super Nintendo so we could play. We'd get home from school, and she'd be like, "Y'all go do something else. I'm busy," because she was playing freaking Harvest Moon.
Oh, by Natsume. Great game. Oh, speaking of Natsume, I forgot about this game. Pocky and Rocky.
Yeah,
Pocket,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
the top down.
Another kick-ass game.
Yo, that game was difficult, man.
great.
That game was hard. I mean, it wasn't like crazy hard, but it was hard though. I mean, there were some parts of that thing were like ridiculously like cheap. Okay, that's the word, cheap. Game was cheap. Okay, cheap deaths, cheap everything. It was cheap.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
that was a fun game.
Sunset Riders.
Sunset Riders, another fantastic game.
Yes.
The
Still fun.
The Super Nintendo version was actually the closest to the arcade. Absolutely.
Yes.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
What was the name of that? Wild Guns.
Wild Guns.
Wild Guns.
Yep. They actually made an updated version for the Nintendo Switch. So
That's
it was
correct.
called Wild Guns something or other. I forgot what the full
I
name is.
know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Okay.
they made some quality of life improvements to the game and all that stuff, and added some stages. Looks pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
I love games like that. It's freaking ridiculous. Combat Tribes. Combat Tribes actually came out. The arcade.
Yeah.
Technos Japan. Actually created the game. It's 2 players simultaneous still, but they did make some changes to some of these stages, and also the ending. So remember that partner thing where basically you were supposed to face that boss, and let's just say she busted out of the freaking van by busting through his chest, and said. And then she came out and everything out of the limo and everything like a badass, like a badass boss. she was cheap as hell, but yeah, awesome game.
I need to mention Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, yo, dude.
Mario cries a lot.
That commercial was disgusting, though. I'll never forget that commercial.
That is true.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ariel and the Arco Bat. That was actually a pretty decent game.
Arrow the Echo Bat, right? Yep.
Arrow the Echo Bat.
Yes. Yep. That Bubsy. A few other. What's it?
Yeah.
Bubsy.
Yeah, Bubsy the Bobcat.
Yeah, and then these are some of the hardest games though. But Super Star Wars, Super Empire Strikes Back, and Super.
Oh
Return.
yeah.
Okay. Those games were like freaking amazing.
They are.
They were amazing.
They're hard.
Although they were cheap, but they were still amazing because
They looked good, too.
Yeah, they were.
They were.
Really good.
And it had mode 7 stages and stuff in them that were really cool.
Yep. And
Yeah.
not only that, LucasArts actually worked with these
Yeah.
teams, with
They
the sound team and all that stuff. The Super NES really got squeezed a lot out of the sound and stuff like that. Just the fact that they actually had that whole scrolling partner thing from the beginning. Yo, dude, everything about that screamed Star Wars.
Yeah.
And it got better and better and everything because Empire Strikes Back, they made some improvements to graphics and sound, and then of course in Return of the Jedi and everything, they really cleaned it up so damn good. So yeah, the stages, blaster stages, playing as Han Solo, playing as Luke Skywalker, playing as one of the Ewoks.
Yeah, different characters in the game. That's what makes the game so unique.
It was good.
Yeah.
You wasn't just playing Luke Skywalker throughout the game.
Yep. And that was so cool. And of course the space battles, of course. You got the trench, the Death Star trench battle, and then of course the Death Star battle as well in the Return of the Jedi. When you play on with the Millennium Falcon going into the belly of the Death Star. Love it. Listen.
Yes. He's the bullseye wombats my T16, dude.
Yeah. To this very day, I would consider like one of the top tier platformer games for the Super NES. Top tier. I would say all three. Top tier.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah. So anyway, we're just about lapsing out to our time and everything. But So if you guys have any more Super Nintendo, nostalgia that you want to throw at us and everything, please hit us up and everything. Look at that. We are not strangers. Be our friend. We want to be your friend. Play with us and everything. Have a good time. Talk about anything gaming. We will listen and we will love it. So
Actually, I won't get played with tonight.
Oh yeah. So anyway, it's been awesome, you guys, and everything. Shout out to Dorian. Thank you for joining us again. The thing, great Patreon member and everything. And of course, we got our awesome panel as well. Please, if you want to be a part of our team, join us and everything. Support us. We would like to do more, but you got to show more. We really want you to be a part of us. All right, guys. So anyway. Let's do our shout outs to get the heck out of here. Or let's go. Let's get out of here.
All right, ladies and gents, it was great hanging out with you guys. Great way to start the week. So do me a favor, keep breaking through those limits, and I'm gonna throw out one last game for your memories. Super Punch Out. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Have a great week.
Yeah.
Super Punch Out. Yes. Oh yeah.
Ooh, good stuff.
Man, so many great games though. Because I'm pretty sure we missed out on a few though. But let me tell you something. The Super NES has so many memorable games. So many memorable games out there. So, but this was a fun one. I enjoyed it, and Tony's right. This was a good way to start the week. So celebrating 35 years of the Super NES. When we're playing with power, but not power, super power.
Nice.
Yeah, I agree. This show was a blast. Going down memory lane, just reliving all of these old memories, and I'm gonna spend the next week riding a high and playing a bunch of retro stuff. But before I go, I'm gonna throw out one final honorable mention. It's got to be Earthworm Jim and Earthworm Jim 2.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but I hope you guys have a great week. Look forward to Friday's show, and play on.
I did mention Booger Man, did I?
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did, and I'm still grossed out.
We cannot forget the Booger Man.
Yeah. Welcome to the grunge era.
Yeah.
Indeed. And of course, like I said, listen, nostalgia is a hell of a drug. There's still many, many games out there that you may have played for the first time. Maybe you want to go back to play for the first time. There are so many opportunities out there. Retro shops, support your retro shops out there, mom and pop shops. There are so many amazing games out there. Yes, the prices are starting to increase because the demand is becoming very high. So jump in now.
Yeah.
There are so many amazing games out there that you need to try to play. So much nostalgia, so much to play. Listen, a game is a game is a game is a game. So if you actually have an opportunity to play these games, indie scene is actually starting to reinvigorate all those retro feels. Amazing games, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, TurboGrafx 16 if you get your hands on that. Atari, you go on and on and on. But the Super NES games, those are the ones that you really have to try to get your hands on, because right now the prices are starting to slowly increase. So you want to get your hands on it now.
They really are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And trust me, when you pop that game in and you play it, whether it be on your widescreen TV or if you have a nice old CRT TV, small ones, the real old school TVs, the way it's meant to be played, you'll definitely have yourself a blast. So, this is us signing off. Just keep it gaming, keep it leveling up, and we will see you next time in the next episode of Gaming Treble. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.
Have a good week.